Before I started shifting gears, I was a discouraged and a disillusioned person looking for work, feeling that I was a square peg trying again and again to fit into a round hole.
When I started shifting gears, I wasn't really sure what to expect. I've been in the corporate world in 3 different countries, 26 years, and I also, too, was part of a downsizing that dramatically changed my life.
When my previous work arrangement finished, I made the decision that I wanted to do something a little bit different than I had been doing for the past 18 years, although at the time I wasn't sure what.
I used shifting gears, looked at it as an opportunity, as how I was going to relaunch into the workforce. And had various experience, how was I going to use that experience and talent?
Shifting gears gave me that opportunity to look at things and a place to jump in, feet first, and take those risks and have those chances. I got back my confidence. I have the business savvy. I have the business experience. I have the business sense.
It's not unusual when people come into the Shifting Gears program that they are facing very difficult challenges. And so it's not just about searching for opportunities. What happened is that we've had some people applying for jobs. They may have sent out 2,000 or more applications. That's a very common story that I hear. I've been in my basement applying for jobs online, not a single interview after over 2,000 applications. The career landscape has changed dramatically. So people need new skills to learn how to manage their careers. People often spend the majority of their life, over 95%, I think, of their career life, doing their careers. But what Shifting Gear does is teaching them how to manage their career. So it's teaching people how to be an agent of their own career and managing their future.
I was being downsized out of a corporate position in the supply base of the automotive industry, spending a lot of time drifting through cyberspace. And I'm talking about job boards, not in some of the other places. I kind of found Shifting Gears by accident. What I didn't really anticipate or fully grasp coming into it was the fact that I was going to meet so many highly skilled professionals that I could relate to and that could mentor and motivate me.
I came to Shifting Gears as a mid-level, mid-career marketer. I was downsized from a construction management firm. I saw Michigan Shifting Gears synonymous with innovation. And truly, I feel that was a perfect time in my life to inject a little bit of innovation. I got a call back from my old company to come back and help them out on a consulting basis. And one of the managers was thanking me and saying, you know, Meg, it must have been hard for you to come back and help us out. You did a great job. It must have been hard. And I thought to myself, I didn't say it, but I thought no, it wasn't. Because I came back to the same building, the same group of people, but as a completely different person. This program really, truly gives you freedom. It gives you freedom to take a look at yourself in a completely different way.
Before I started with Shifting Gears, I had several part-time jobs. I wanted to do something more permanent, okay, something more substantial with my time and my life and so forth. I learned about the power of networking. Not only with the people in the group here, but learning that when you go to apply for a job, there's most likely dozens, if not hundreds of people that can actually do the work. The problem is you have to get the person that you're applying to get to know you and like you personally.
The Michigan Shifting Gears program was started because a man by the name of Rick Snyder saw a problem in our community where we needed talent to support the growth of businesses. And the talent from seasoned professionals need to be adaptable in the dynamic kinds of businesses of our new economy. It's about how people can think and evaluate what they bring to the table in terms of the skills, talents, knowledge that they have to offer a company, but being able to frame it in such a way that they are able to be understood by the company that is seeking the talent and skill.
When I came to Shifting Gears, it was at the encouragement of a professional contact that I had who was in Cohort 8. And when I arrived, I was fearful of speaking up in this group of very, very smart, wonderful, nice, talented people. What I expected coming in was to learn refreshment on job skills or how to place myself in the new economy, and that all happened. But then on a cellular level, on a deeper level, on a substratum, I learned about confidence and risk-taking, and that it's okay for me, as you said, Mark, to be who I am, to put myself out there, to help other people, to create goodness in the Michigan economy and for my fellow cohorts and everybody that I meet.
I had a good fortune of having a good friend and a neighbor say, hey, I joined the Shifting Gears program. You've got to try the Shifting Gears program. And he kept talking about it. And so I said, okay, I'm going to try it. So I did the very next cohort. And, to my amazement, some of the principles that Mark talked about, finding your inner self, was really the most important thing. I have got a great peer group, a great cohort, and the team that's kind of pulled me out of my shell and said, stop the structure, think of something different, and run with it.
Eventually, I established a direction in which I wanted to go, and then realized I wasn't quite sure how to get there. That's when I happened to learn about Shifting Gears. In the program, I have been able to learn how to get from here to there, and in particular, a key point for me was learning how to better assess who I am and where I am.
When I came to Shifting Gears, I had been out of the workforce for 11 years. I came here after doing an informational interview with a former Shifting Gears cohort. And that person told me I lacked focus. What I gained was a confidence in myself and my abilities. And how I did that was through all of you.
So as people learn different career strategies, all of a sudden they start to gain an increased level of confidence because they do see the opportunities out there. But what's more important is that they can see and learn about what they have to offer.
I can't tell you how much I've learned from this group, and my gosh, the mentors and the speakers that we've all been honored, to be not just in front of and as listening ears, but to interact with. I mean, they return your phone calls. They take your emails. It's amazing. When I entered this program, I'm here to tell you, I had not been on the street since age 16. I was, a 16 to 18-year-old ice cream parlor manager to 21 years in big corporate automotive to taking a huge departure into small business. But suddenly in April, I found myself having to start over. I have an entrepreneurial spirit that doesn't really fit in big corporate America. It fits much more where my passion is with it's small business and perhaps in startups, which is the temporary organization that precedes the small business. So that's where I found myself, and that's where I'm going to spend my time to begin my new journey.
I got community, personal and professional. One of the things I didn't expect to learn was so much about myself. A lesson I'm taking is that you cannot teach courage, but when it's scaffolded, when you're scaffolded, it's encouraged. And this is a group of very encouraging people.
The one thing that I really enjoyed was the business simulation. It just reaffirmed, and also from hearing from other people in the group and outside of the group, that that is a direction I need to head, to continue to learn about it and just to continue to grow and not to stop, to keep on looking forward and, if you want to say, reinventing yourself.
We have internship projects and companies that are willing to host them. So at this point, I think for this current cohort, we have 48 people, but we have over 110 projects from 62 different companies, and there are more coming in. So are these people feeling wanted? Are they feeling that their talent is wanted? Absolutely.
The thing I found the most interesting was that a lot of people were like me and felt that networking was not something they wanted to do until we discussed it in the Shifting Gears sessions, and we really learned that networking can be something that is not just taking but also paying forward. I also found the internship experience was extremely valuable and allowed me to explore some regions that I hadn't tried before.
I came to Shifting Gears because I was not finding the help I needed in my community to help me move on with my job search. One of my most valuable experiences as a result of the program was to help me see what I took away from my former employer. And as a result, I've learned to identify my strengths and to put those strengths into words that I can use in networking, in cover letters, and when I interview.
So it's not unusual with our participants that, they may have been applying for 2,000 opportunities out there and not getting anything responses. But it's another thing when all of a sudden they have a lineup of employers, 5 or 6 of them, that are really interested in them. The world kind of turns its head upside down in a much more positive fashion.
Something was missing. Something just really wasn't right. Things just didn't feel like they had clicked, even though on the outside things looked pretty good. So I joined Shifting Gears to find out what that missing piece was and to carve out some space that was just for me. And within the first day, I found out what I was missing. It was that I missed Russia. I had, since the 70s, been involved with Russia in a lot of different ways. Study abroad, working, research, all different kinds of things. So now I am happy to say that this December I am going back to Russia for the first time in 12 years. And I am a delegate on a USDA Foreign Agricultural Service trade mission to Russia, where I will be investigating opportunities for Michigan farmers and Michigan specialty food producers to help grow our economy at home, but combining it with the love of a country that I've had for many, many years.
Tumbling T-bills spelled tough times ahead. From DC's mischief, dollars ceased to spread. Questions, concerns encouraged real fears. Perhaps their answers in Shifting Gears. No promises, no gimmicks. Just keep an open mind. Their message is you. That's what you'll find. Emerging together, with skills still intact, we'll close tons of business, and that's a fact.
One of the things that Shifting Gears gave me was the re-energizing of that internal mechanism that we have, the job search engine that's in there. And mine had dwindled and kind of slowed down simply because it hadn't been used for a while. One of the most important things, the most valuable things inside of the program, quite frankly, was the fact that there were so many good people inside of the program itself. I'm not just talking about the people in the cohort, I'm talking about the facilitators, people in the back areas, people connected to it. And I'm going to try to take a look at the world of work in a different way. I'm going to try to look at the world itself in a different way and spend some time looking at the things that I never really saw before.
As we see careers transform, we are also witnessing lives being transformed, and that's been an incredible reward.